everyone, it's Jen. Welcome back. So today for you I have a fun video. It's fall. I want to talk about books that have leaves on the cover. So again, I like just picking prompts like this and just exploring my bookshelves, and it makes me see books in different light, makes me pick up books that may have been sitting on my shelf for a while, and kind of sparks spark something in me to get me excited about the book again. So most of these, let's see, I've only read 3 of these that I'm going to mention. The first one is The Light Through the Leaves by Glendy, Vanderah. I have not read this one. I have read her before and enjoyed her. But it's just got such a beautiful cover. You can see the leaves on there, obviously. And leaves is in the title, so this was an easy one. But we have 2 main characters in this one. We have a woman and a daughter, or a young girl. The woman, her name is Ellis. Her daughter, Viola, was left unattended for just a few minutes, and when she returns, Viola is gone. So her marriage is already kind of in a rocky breaking point, and this kind of just tips it over the edge, obviously. Ellis's life just starts to spiral downward, like you can imagine. And she leaves her husband and her other kids. She has young sons, and she is just really deep in a deep, scary place with her grief, her guilt, and then her addiction. So her life is falling apart. She is exploring the wilderness, still searching for her daughter. And then we have another area in a remote area of Washington, and we have a young girl named Raven who keeps secrets inside too. It says she must never speak to outsiders about her mother makes miracles spring from the earth, or about how her father, whose mysterious presence sometimes frightens her. Raven spends her days learning how to use her rare gifts, and more important, how to hide them. With each lesson comes a warning of what dangers lie in the world beyond her isolated haven. But despite her mother's cautions, Raven finds herself longing for something more. As Ellis and Raven each confront their powerful longings, their journeys will converge in unexpected and hopeful ways, being pulled together by the forces of nature, love, and family. So Glendy does a really good job of, I read Where the Forest Meets the Stars, and she does a really good job of just pulling on your heartstrings and making you feel all the feelings. And she does a great job with adding like a speculative fiction into it, so it's not going to be fantasy, but just dabbles a little bit into the magical. You have to kind of suspend your belief a little bit and just go along for the ride of the story and get swept away by it. So that one was the first one I thought of. Next one is one that I've read. This is The Whispers by Audrain. Such a beautiful cover. This one was so good. This one, you have 4 wealthy-ish suburban moms. You have the neighborhood drama. I loved every point of view. I gave this one 5 stars. I haven't read The Push by her, but I did read this one and love it. And one of the moms, their son, is in the hospital because he falls out of the bedroom window. And so you're going through everyone's point of view. There's secrets in the neighborhood. You're going through, did he jump? Was he pushed? What happened? And this, you just unravel some very strong personalities, some deep secrets. I don't want to give anything away, but the writing in this one was so good. It makes you definitely look at motherhood in some interesting ways as well. Not all the great parts, but some of the harder parts. And I thoroughly was engrossed in this mystery, and I enjoyed that so much. 5 stars on that one. Next one is actually a young adult book. It's called The Chosen and the Beautiful. It's harder to see these, but there's leaves on the cover there, by Nghi. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is a Great Gatsby inspired book, and I love The Great Gatsby. You have Jordan Baker, who in 1920s American society, she's got money, education, a killer golf handicap, and invitations to some of the most exclusive parties of the jazz age. But she's also queer and Asian, a Vietnamese adoptee treated as an exotic attraction by her peers, while the most important doors remain closed to her. It says, but the world is full of wonders, infernal pacts and dazzling illusions, lost ghosts and elemental mysteries. In all paper is fire, and Jordan can burn the cut paper heart out of a man. She just has to learn how. It says this is a debut novel. It reinvents the classic of the American canon as a coming-of-age story full of magic, mystery, glittering excess, and introduces a new major literary voice. So I love The Great Gatsby. That's what drew me to that one. This is young adults. There you go. Next one I read, The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. This is also another young adult. This one I was just so pleasantly surprised. You have a love story in here. You have a witch who's going under training, and you look at her magic through all the seasons. And I was pleasantly surprised on how much I loved this one. I read another one called Wild is the Witch by her, and that one was good. It was good. I think it was like 3 stars. It was good, but this one I really enjoyed this one a lot. I can't remember if I gave it 4 or 5 stars, but for a young adult book, I was engrossed, and I need to know what happened, and the romance was great. The magic was awesome. The characters came alive. It was really good. This next one I read a long time ago, and I kind of want to reread it. There's leaves here on the street on the bottom. I Let You Go by Clare Mackintosh. This is a emotional mystery. We have a mom who, it takes place on the Welsh coast, and she's trying to escape the tragic memory of her child. There was a car accident that plays over and over in her mind, and this car accident took the life of her child. And then you, at the same time, you're tracking a pair of Bristol police investigators who are trying to get to the bottom of this hit and run. As they chase down one hopeless lead after another, they find themselves as drawn to each other as they are to the frustrating twist-filled case before them. And twist-filled does not do it justice, because this book had a twist I couldn't have seen coming. It was so good. I remember my jaw dropping to the floor. This one is really good. Please pick it up. 5 stars. And then last but not least, don't really even remember what this is about, but it definitely has leaves on the cover. You Again by Kate Goldbeck. I believe this might have been a book of the month too at some point. This is a romance, more of a second chance romance. I believe you have Ari and Josh. They first meet and they hate each other instantly. You have a free-spirited comedian, and Josh ends up being a cook in New York. So again, their paths cross, and they're both kind of at a spot in their life where they're coming off to really horrible, like, ego-bruising breakups, it says, and they become friends again. Friends without benefits, but they find comfort in late-night Netflix binges, swiping through each other's online dating profiles, and it goes on, and it says, You Again explores the dynamics of co-ed friendship in this irresistible romantic comedy of modern love in all its forms. So this sounds good too. So there you have it. There's some books with leaves on the cover. Enjoy. I hope some of these sound good to you and you pick them up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Happy reading. Bye.